It's been 2 years of Two Black Runners, sitting, listening to Joshua Potts, Aaron Potts, doing our thing, bruh. It's been a journey.
The brothers from the same mother, man. But look at that. 2 years ago, our first podcast uploaded with Abdi Hamid Nir. And look at him now.
People that we talked about, like, how can we have these changes happen? Now we're finally meeting and like talking to these people, and hopefully like that type of change can happen. We can be like a part of that and be a part of that impact.
Yeah, and it really has like given me more empathy for everything going on.
Is he though? Go, like, let's have this conversation real quick. Have this conversation. Is he a rapper? I low-key feel like he's more of a pop. Like, is Post Malone a rapper? I think I just have to mention it because like this is a story. Like Arcadia, this big event. There's no security guards to like break this down.
Come on, man.
To try and de-escalate the situation. After a 4x4, they started fighting. They were scrapping. Punches were thrown. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always with the brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts. I'm your favorite Two Black Runners, coming at you every single
Two Black Tuesday. But we recording on Sunday,
Easter Sunday,
Resurrection
Sunday.
He has risen. Happy Easter for my folk out there. But you know, it's Tuesday when you're listening.
Hey, for real. We missed last Tuesday, but low-key, I'm gonna say this is the reason why we missed. We celebrated 2 years of the Two Black Runners podcast. April 14th marked 2 years since our first uploading like the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everything like that. Our first episode with Abdi Hamid Nir. That was 2 years. It's been 2 years of Two Black Runners, sitting, listening to Joshua Potts, Aaron Potts, doing our thing, bruh. It's been a journey.
The brothers from the same mother, man. But look at that. 2 years ago, our first podcast uploaded with Abdi Hamid Nir. And look at him now.
True.
Look at him now. I feel like we contributed somewhat to something like that. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely gave him the confidence beyond like, bro, embrace that you're the only black dude on NAU. Yeah. And he did that. He's still doing that. And he's done his thing. He just 336?
336 at APU, man. This dude got range.
3K and 5K champ. Wait, was it 3K and 5K
3K and 5K champion indoors.
I can't wait to see what he's gonna do outdoors as well. You know, he came back. He ran a 13:42.
No, I saw that. Me and John were talking about it because I was like, yeah, Abdi Hamid, like he ran 336 at APU, and he's like, oh, and he was showing me pictures that he had from Abdi Hamid on the same day running at Mount Sac, and I was like, wait, this dude ran 2:15,
bro. You know, Zeus at Mount Sac only like 20 minutes away, so they just got in the car, came back, ran the 15, then ran the 5. But yeah, bro. It's been really exciting. So yeah, we just took the week off that past week, and we just been really busy, bro. Like Two Black Runners, we've been getting a lot of opportunities and a lot of more stuff just coming in the future. So I've really just been thinking about that for the past week. But we're gonna have some interviews coming in to you next week and the weeks coming on as we really just go lead into World Championships, and that's really the mission right now. Get to World Championships, like have this lead up and the best lead up that we possibly can, and just have more people watching the World Champs. Like for y'all can have as much information as you possibly can for World Championships, and really just be energized. For y'all can share this stuff to get people to watch World Championships.
Yeah, we definitely want to get y'all like engaged with these incredible storylines that we have going, and that's not just from like the distance side, not just from the sprints. We want to get the field in there too. We want to get men. We want to get women. We want to do the best we can to give y'all those dynamic stories that's going to make the World Championships just much more enjoyable for you to watch. You know what I mean? You could tell your friends like, yo, did you know about so-and-so doing this event and da-da-da-da? Like, yo, so that's what we're trying to do, really. That's the mission.
And yeah, so really going off from that too, and really just trying to give you guys like as much as we can. From where you can get that is where we do our Running Report show. If you guys don't know, we're doing a weekly show on YouTube now. I don't think we really formally announced that, but every single Wednesday on FanHub TF and also on our YouTube, you can check out the Running Report show where me and Aaron, we just recap the most recent running news every single week, also argue about it as well, and just debate back and forth every single Wednesday. Like literally we haven't missed a Wednesday yet. knock on wood. Hey, knock on wood. That ain't wood, bro. Knock on wood. You feel me? We ain't gonna miss a Wednesday, but every single Wednesday that's coming out. Then also every single other Friday, we have a trackish podcast on Mile Split that we just started doing. Yeah, for the high school fans. And we know high school track is crazy right now. I'm also coaching in high school track right now, so it's really just been a really fun time. So actually this Friday coming up, we will have a new trackish podcast coming out on Mile Split. It's been really fun doing that with Two Black Runners and all this. It's definitely been made us more busy, and it's been some of the cause of why we missed weeks, but we gonna get on the right track.
Expanding my like knowledge too. Like, of course I love high school track and field, but I'm a grown man, you know what I mean? I wasn't like super into the high school scene last year as much, at least the top people.
Yeah.
But definitely, you know, it's always fun to get that knowledge. And like we've been getting, like we'll say too, we've been going to a lot of meets, and you know, with things kind of changing, more fans being in the stands and stuff like that, and Joshua coaching, and been able to go back to high school. I went to Arcadia just a week or so.
A week ago.
Yeah, just a week ago. That was pretty dope. We were just at Mount Sac yesterday. We went to Brian Clay. We're going to be at Pre for sure. So there's a lot lined up in person that we have coming up too. So it's just super exciting to see it from all fronts, to like the elite pros, to like the college, to like the high school. So we gonna give it to you all on the running report, because that's what we do.
Yeah, for sure. And if you ever see us at meet, bro, don't be afraid like to say show some love, say what's up, anything like that.
Coach
like,
Destin, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Destin.
Bro. Yeah. He came up to us when we were at the meet. So don't be afraid. Like, we definitely would love to chop it up. You got some hot takes that you want to talk about, or a question we need to talk about on the podcast, on the Running Report show, let us know, bro, and we can talk about it on there, and like your question be featured. But Aaron mentioned Mount Sac. We were at the Mount Sac Relays, where the best athletes compete. Also the Golden Games that they have for USATF. Why do they call it the Golden Games? I don't know. We can get to that for a little bit. But first, let's just start off here. It was just a cool experience being at Mount Sac. We met a lot of great people, and I feel like the more that we've done this, our second year, this is gonna be going into our third year of doing the Two Black Runners. It's like, bro, like we're getting just from besides like the racist points, like we're getting just more into the game, you know, like meeting just important people. I'm all like
a lot of important people,
like people that we talked about, like how can we have these changes happen? Now we're finally meeting and like talking to these people, and hopefully like that type of change can happen. We can be like a part of that and be a part of that impact.
Yeah, and it really has like given me more empathy for everything going on, like understanding like what the athletes go through, you know, leading up to a season, but then also like understanding, you know, what it takes to like be a meet director, what it takes to like put this whole meet on NBC, like what are some of the struggles they have, and being able to get that perspective from all sides, from athlete to media to meet director. Like that helps us improve our game, and like it helps me to like think like, okay, where are the holes in track and field that I could come in and I can fill and bring something new that they haven't seen before, that will help, you know, elevate the sport. And you know, the mission is always to put some more money in people's pockets, but you know, first we've got to find those holes and find those solutions, and then we can find ways to elevate it, you know, all together.
Yeah, so it was really just fun to be able to do that at Mount Sac, be able to talk to those people, then be in the mix zone for the first time for Mount Sac and like the Golden Games. But Aaron, let's just start here with the meet. Just how did you like it? Like, this was the first time I really feel like this energy was brought to Hilmer Lodge Stadium. This was the first time seeing the new stadium and everything, actually people being filled up to like almost like the brim. But like even before the Mount Sac Relays, like there was pros there, but like this level, like I don't think has been there in like a really long time. That like have a Lane Thompson race, like just after she wins Olympic gold and like runs 10.5.
Gabby Thomas, Craig Hurley, like you got a bunch of medalists.
So how did you just like the meet overall, just being in the stadium?
It was pretty dope, man. To me, I would say definitely the highest level Mount Sac I've been to. I remember seeing like Tyson Gay run there one time back in the day, but it felt like a little like baby Diamond League, you know what I mean? And I think that Mount Sac has the potential to be like, there can be a Diamond League meet at Mount Sac.
Oh, most definitely.
But I definitely feel like it can have that same energy that you feel at like a pre. Yeah. Because they have, you know, Allison Felix raced. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't on the broadcast, but Allison Felix was racing there, bro. Like sha'carri Richardson. A lot of y'all wondering, you know, y'all don't know. Where's sha'carri? Everyone's asking. She didn't race. She didn't race, but she was at Mount Sac just chilling, bro. Yeah. Like, Emmanuel Acho was there. Marcellus Wiley was just chilling. Like there was a lot of people there. So it did. There's a lot of potential. I still think that it could be a lot better in my opinion. But it felt. I'll give it like it was a little baby diamond league. Like
Yeah, it was cool. I definitely think like going to Prefontaine and like seeing Hayward Field and everything and seeing the production just behind it. I'm all like, yeah, it makes sense why they stealing some of our stuff. Like it makes sense. Sense. They do a great job. At Pre. Like even just like the setup of like having like the set, like you can hear set through the entire stadium. When you're at Mount Sac, you can't it's just they just go up and then the gun goes off. Like you can hear set. There's even like a little shush. So just like those kind of like little things like just make the audience like just even more engaged into the meet. And then also Mount Sac was having like a lot of trouble with like the starts for that one men's 100. So that was kind of like sloppy in a sense. But like I definitely feel like there is potential. And we were talking to Michael Norman and Ryan Benjamin. About everything, and they're all like, we need a US championship here at Mount Sac. And I'm saying the same thing, bro. Eventually, hopefully like the next 4 or 5, we can get a US championship or even an NCAA's.
Give us at least
Mount Sac. Give us something, bro.
At least on an off year where there, can we get it there on an off year where there's no worlds or something?
Yeah, for real.
Like that's where I think we can start. But I also feel like Mount Sac, like the feeling I got was like when you go to opening day for a baseball game, because that was really like a big opening meet for the outdoor for a lot of athletes. Like I feel like Mount Sac is like, Michael Norman and Rye, that's where they always run their first races. That was Coleman's first race outdoor as well. I believe Gabby's as well. So a lot of people, Allison. Dude, look at these names. I'm naming medalists. I'm naming world records. World record holders. Dalilah Muhammad. Like, come on, man. So it gave me opening day vibes as well.
Yeah, it was a really dope experience. I'm excited to see how the Golden Games, and that's what they're calling NBC broadcast. They need to change it to Mount Sac Relays. Let me get that straight right now. Just call it Mount Sac Relays. Golden Games. I'm like, okay, like that's cool. But I'm like, I think people know what Mount Sac is. Yeah. Like, I think people know enough. Like, even just people outside. I think people just know what Mount Sac is for the most part. To be honest, that's just me though. But compete, hey, I don't work for NBC. You feel me? But we were in the media and everything. So if you want to check out our interviews that we did at Mount Sac, just go to our YouTube running report. I'll have it in the show notes as well for a playlist with like Allison Felix, Michael Cherry, Tonia Marshall. So many other names, Michael Norman and Ryan Benjamin. Yeah, if you want to check out their interviews just right after their races, will be up right now on YouTube. But there's also a lot of hype even for people that weren't like the main head stars. And we got one of those interviews with Elias Garcia, who just went pro, his pro debut in the 100. Bro. And I had to bring this dude up because I was on the team with him at Mount Sac and everything. And like, bro, he was getting a lot of home cooking.
As I was saying, you said he not one of the main stars. He definitely was the main star.
He definitely is the main star.
It was the people that got the loudest cheers from the crowd was 1, Allison Felix, 2, Elias Garcia, man. And it was dope. It was dope to see that, like, and that's another thing about Mount Sac.
Kyrie King got a big, because he went to Mount Sac as well. So Kyrie King got.
But that was another thing that was dope about it. It's like when you're at Hayward and someone from Oregon steps up and everyone's like, yeah. And it was like, bro, we got pride. This is a JUCO.
It don't look like one though.
Producing these professional athletes. So it was really cool to like see that he had that hometown feel. And I was super glad to see too that he made it to the final. Yeah. And he competed well. He was up there. I'm sure this man wanted to do better than what he did. He was saying
the prelim was his worst race of his life that he ever ran under the coach JB. But I was telling in the running report show, bro, like whatever that race is, that's in the past, whatever. But like that just woke you up to him. Yeah. Like you're woken up to Elias Garcia and Coach JB. John Bolton, like you're just woken up. So like, let's just see what develops
Sharks
from
athletics,
here.
Man.
Like, however you put it, like I know some people gonna say 10-16. That ain't fast. You feel me? 10-16 fast, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's opening.
If he run 10-16 for the next 5 years, you feel me? Every single time he stepped onto the track, bro. Like,
I mean, he would be disappointed in that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's professional times.
That's professional time.
Like that, he getting money for that. I ain't getting money for that. You feel me? I ain't getting money for running 11.5. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. I gotta put respect from that. You feel me? Coming out straight out the JUCO, like, come on, put some respect.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's young too. You got a lot more time to develop, and I think we'll see him under 10 again soon.
Most definitely. I definitely think that's in the future. And I'm just, hey,
he's right there. So
get this man. Sure. I'm hoping he gets the USAs, gets a real chance to get to the World Championships. That would be a real amazing story to really see. But also, which was an amazing story for personally, I just had to put this on the podcast. Shout out the Norco Cougars real quick. Hey. Shout out Norco Cougars. Okay. Aaron, you saw us. We did our thing. The last race of Mount Sac Relays featured probably the most hype. No, it wasn't the most hype race because we went out there. We smacked them. Aaron. You feel me?
Y'all did. Y'all won by like how much? Almost a minute.
Yeah, by like 200 meters or something like that, or maybe it was 150. I don't know. But yeah, it was. We went out there. We ran a good race, bro. It just feels good to be out there, to go out there and like get a win. I wanted them to be more competitive because we were like in the last like seated section. There's a section right ahead of us. I wish we were in that heat, but it was pretty dope. Y'all
got a young team too. You're only losing one guy.
Yeah.
Off that team into next year, and I saw Rich Gonzalez. He liked your Norco post. Hey. So y'all got his attention. Maybe we gonna see y'all in Arcadia soon.
Hey, we should have been there this year. Hey, that's a story for another day. But yeah, it's really cool just to be like a coach on the other side and like actually see like your athletes perform at such a big stage. Like if you're from Texas, to see your athletes like perform at Texas Relays or at Penn Relays or something, and you perform there as your own athlete. So it's a pretty cool experience just from them to be able to experience that in the new stadium under the lights and everything. It's really dope, and just see them like headline in a certain sense. And another headline that I don't think a lot of people were expecting, but I'm glad to see, Newbury Park girls, bro, shattered the old national record in the 4x1600 for high schools in a 1948. Previous record was 1952, held by Great Oak. I believe that was the team with Destiny Collins on it as well. They went out there and they did their thing. Now the boys, they didn't end up doing their 4x8 because of some sickness, and they didn't end up breaking the record in the DMR. But the girls still really stole the show and just showed up like, yeah, we can do this too. At a 4:53, 5:04, 5:01. Then Sam McDonald went out there in a 4:48 on the last leg.
That's rolling, bro.
And yeah, a really impressive performance for them. So I just have to add that in there, just for you guys who didn't know. We ain't just talking. The Newbury Park boys are cool. They nice. They historic. But the Newbury Park girls, they doing their thing too.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Sean Bronson and the program he has going over there. It's not one-sided. He has great athletes on both ends, and especially like Sam Donald, 4:48. What is she running in the 800 this year too? I know she has
2:08.
She's ran 2:08 in the 800, 4:48. Bro, she's a force to be reckoned with for sure. And then to have another girl on the team running 4:53 and two girls that are right there about to break 5. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, she's ran a 4:40 at Mount Sac, and she's ran a 10:44 3200 in a dual meet. But I think that 10:44 is probably she can definitely run faster than
4:40 is ridiculous, bro. I don't know what's going on with high school girls running 4:40 and high school girls running under 4:40 like it's nothing these days, bro. Like,
yeah,
what's going on?
It's definitely crazy. But the female side of track right now and cross country and everything has always just been exciting. And we saw another exciting performance I want to talk about too on two black runners from New Balance. The New Balance team, they opened up their track in it's in Boston, right? In Boston, New York area, somewhere over there. I don't know the exact details because we on the West Coast, so I ain't gonna be over there. You feel me? I'm all about the Lilac Grand Prix. You feel me? The podium. But hey, they went out there. The New Balance women, they wanted to go break Union Athletics DMR record indoors. They ran a 10:33.85. Union Athletics ran a 10:39. That was Heather McLean, Kendall Ellis, Rasheen Willis, and Ellie Perrier. They did their thing. But my question is just like, why didn't y'all call up Union and just be all like, hey?
Because they didn't want that smoke, bro. Come on. I'm just kidding. Nah, I mean, it was, also too, can we talk about like everybody that was in Boston? It looked like a great time. That facility looked amazing. They had Jack Harlow.
That was dope.
They had Jack Harlow performing on the track. I don't know. I mean, that's the closest. I mean, he's a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is he though? Go. Let's have this conversation real quick. Have this conversation. Is he a rapper? I low-key feel like he's more of a pop. Like is Post Malone a rapper?
No, Post Malone is not a rapper. Post Malone is not.
He got some bars though.
You could have bars and not be a rapper. Super hot.
It's Lil Nas.
I'm not a rapper.
Is Lil Nas a rapper?
Lil Nas is not a rapper.
And Jack Harlow is not a rapper then.
Jack Harlow is not a rapper. Is that a false start? Let us know.
Jack Harlow is not a
no
rapper.
Hate though. No hate though. I only know like 2 of his songs. I only know 2. I think that's dope though. That's the closest thing to hip hop we've had in track and field, but that was super dope.
I was in Diamond League, bro. Come on, man.
I thought, oh yeah, he got some bars. I forgot. Yeah, he got bars.
But I'm just saying, I think what's really cool about that though is like they're taking track and field, and like New Balance is taking track and field serious.
Yeah,
like bringing Jack Harlow out, like signing. That's someone that they have on their talent. Why not bring him out to this new opening to perform? Like somebody he just dropped his new single. I know First Class too. Like that was just a perfect setup to really make this like New Balance the track like serious. Because definitely when you go to like New Balance running their Instagram page compared to like, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm just throwing examples. Like Nike Running's Instagram page. Like Nike Running Instagram page doesn't really feature track and field like stars, track and field stats. But New Balance Running, it features like Gabby Thomas and everything, and like when they have big performances. So I just feel like what New Balance is doing is really taking the sport of track and field really serious, and that's really cool to see for a brand that's not just like running or sports, that's also very much casual wear as well.
Yeah, and I think I like what New Balance just does with their athletes in general, like Kawhi Leonard as well. Like they invested so much into him. If you go into other sports as well, but I also like how they target that young audience, like Rosine Willis. She's on this DMR. When they had the world record previously, they had Sydney McLaughlin on it for, I don't know if that was for the indoor or the outdoor, but Sydney McLaughlin was on it. And now they got Rosine Willis, a high schooler phenom. They signed, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Adidas now. But yeah, they got Rosine Willis on it too. So it's keeping that younger audience engaged.
That's low-key tampering though, like NBA.
I don't know if that's allowed. Like NIL deals, I feel like it's allowed now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they really made that happen. Another thing that was really, what I want to talk about from this past weekend as well was Eliud Kipsang, bro. The thing we got to talk about is because nobody was really talking about this when it happened. You were at Brian Clay. You kind of saw this race go down. 333.7, breaking Yard Negoose's previous 1,500-meter record of 334 at Brian Clay. Ran down Will Paulson of Oregon Track Club. Like, that was an amazing race. Eliud Kipsang is an amazing competitor and going to be somebody that's going to be, well, you have to watch out now for the 1,500 or even a 5K threat. Like, the dude is really fast from Alabama. But I think what we got to talk about, Aaron, is like, why wasn't this being talked about right away? Like, this should have been posted on Instagram everywhere, all across the boards. But it really like went on to like the middle of the next day that we started seeing like Eliud Kipsang breaks.
I'm kicking myself, man, because I had ran to my car to go get a uniform for my boy. Came back, I run, and I'm seeing him come in, and I'm like, hold up, this dude about to run something crazy. He comes through 333. I'm like, wait a minute. And then eventually the announcer is like, oh, that's a collegiate record. I'm like, yo, like, why aren't we like, what's going on? Why aren't we more hyped about this and what's going on? So I just overall, like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. I will admit there's a lot of stuff, but I've been there before a collegiate record before with Josh Kerr.
I was there.
And that was crazy. And it got so much press like immediately. So I think it does have to do something. I think it has to do a little bit something with like Brian Clay not having that same like energy. Like, haven't really seen anything reported on Brian Clay like that this year, to be honest. And I think that has to do something with it too.
You think the Golden Games are taking away from it, or just people are like,
I think Boston,
Bowerman was low-key going to, for the past 5 years, Bowerman was going to Brian Clay.
I think Boston is taking away from it. I think the Golden Games is taking away from it as well. And then even like, you know, I don't know how much the Tom Jones Invitational we'll talk about soon. That was going on as well. But like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of collegiate meets didn't get a lot of love this weekend on the real, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, low key. I don't know. I really don't know.
But 333 is insane. And also want to say this dude is only a sophomore, I believe, bro, which makes it even crazier, bro. Like, hey,
gonna be around for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, unless he decides to go pro. Yeah, and the way he did it when he broke the record too, he was running down someone from OTC, I believe.
Yeah, Will Paulson.
He was running him down that last 100, and somehow catches him. And when he catches him and passes him, the first thing he did was he stopped his watch, dog. That's disrespectful. That's taunting.
That's mean. That's me.
Hey, is that on? Hey, Kipsang, man, is that on Strava, bro?
You can stop that. Mac
Fleet, is that on Strava though?
Mac Fleet would not approve, bro.
If that's on Strava, that's fire. If you got 333 on your Strava, I think that's hard.
Mac Fleet would not approve, bro. You weren't really in that race. You feel me? You just really played that man like that. But also somebody else that went out there and ran a crazy this past weekend was a national record, but a 143.79 in the 800 world leader. I believe I'm pronouncing it Moaab Zahafi from Texas Tech. Went out there and ran 143.79. He runs for Morocco. Dude goes to Texas Tech, 143.79. Even beat Brandon Miller in the race as well. Brandon Miller, who's on the Bowerman watch list, indoor 800 meter champion, got second place last year at the outdoors in NCAAs. Beat him, Moaab did, on his way to that 143.7. Aaron, I know you've been saying Brandon Miller is your guy.
That's my guy. Still,
Brandon Miller is my guy too. I'm rooting for Brandon Miller. But even with Jonathan Jones coming into the mix, Moaab just came in, dude, and was all like, "Wait, hold up, bro, hold up. I'm serious."
That was crazier than the Kipsang to me. I'm speechless, bro. When I saw that, my jaw literally dropped because it
doesn't seem real.
Yeah, it didn't seem real. I'm just like, where did this come from? Not saying that he's not nice. Indoor, I'm looking at it right now. Indoor, he ran 146 too. So that's fast. That's fast. He was right there. But Brandon Miller ran 145. And for him to run it this early in the season,
he has strength too. I believe he was running miles last year, that in the ATO. He has strength too.
Yeah, so I was just super surprised to see this, and it's honestly just really shook up the 800 in collegiately for the men right now, because it looked like Brandon Miller was gonna really run away with it.
Okay,
but the fact that this guy's ran 143 and we got Brandon Miller and still Jonathan Jones in there, we were talking to Jonathan Jones and he told us he an 800 guy. I'm gonna give you the inside scoop. He told me he ran 148 when he was 16.
The
800 is his event. So I was doubting this man. So I'm just super excited to see. This is going to be one of the most exciting men's 800 NCAA championships since the days of Charles Jock and Ryan Martin. I think we're gonna say, is this a false start? I couldn't think of false starts before this, but now I got false starts. Is it a false start to say that there will be 3 collegiate runners running 143 this year outdoor?
143?
Because
I don't know. Jonathan Jones ran 143. He could run 143. Really focus on it. You feel me? The man ran 148 after running a 45 the day before, and the 45 was in his legs, and he just felt kind of fatigued. We talked to him. You guys can watch that on YouTube. But shoot, I think it's not a false start though to say that that this is going to be just as competitive as Charles Jock versus Ryan Martin though. I think that's just definitely what it's going to look like when we get that NCAA final.
I can't wait.
Then Aaron, I know we were just talking about a second about Brian Clay not getting a lot of looks, but another person that ran really well, Brian Clay, not a lot of people are really talking about it, was Katy-Ann McDonald of LSU, shining at Brian Clay. In 800, she ran 2:09.8 on Thursday. Then she came back on Friday and ran the 1500 and ran 4:13. That's number 1 in NCAA for the 800 and number 3 in NCAA for the 15 as well. Bro, Katy-Ann McDonald of LSU really went out there and just put herself on the map this weekend, and is really a serious threat for NCAAs, but really just a serious threat overall. She's from Great Britain, I believe, as well. So that's, you already know the Great Britain 800 squad is deep. So she's putting her hat in that conversation just at the start of this season to be all I can be there too. And she has a lot of strength. I know she did cross country the past 3 years. She was competitive at SECs. So as just a really interesting thing, because in this 15, she beat Anna Camp Bennett, she beat Lauren Ellsworth. It's gonna be interesting to see. She beat Addie Townsend, to see what she's gonna do the rest of the year.
And honestly, I can't say off the top of my head all of LSU's other team, but they're always competitive at NCAAs. And to have an 800 meter, 1500 person, because they usually don't. I haven't been paying attention. I feel like they don't be having that. But that 2 flat, she's competitive to win NCAAs in the 8, and she's also right there in the 15
number
too.
3.
And I'm looking at the results right now. Michaela Rose, shout out to her too. She a freshman running 2:02.74. And then they got another girl, Lorena, running 205. So they got a whole squad. She's a sophomore. So get ready to start seeing LSU up in these middle distances, because we've been seeing it throughout the SEC just in general.
Yeah.
Look on the men's side at Texas A&M and what they're doing, or go to the Big 12 and Texas Tech. Like it's just cool to see like traditional sprint schools starting to adopt these middle distances, and I think it's gonna play a big factor into NCAA championships. But hey, man, Katy-Ann McDonald, she sounds like somebody we need to get onto the show.
Shoot, Katy-Ann. Like, I think that was really a big performance, and I think that's something that went under the radar that we got to talk about on Two Black Runners, because, that's just what we do, and we had a chill podcast. So, like, we were definitely going to bring up the things that a lot of people aren't talking about. I don't think people are talking about Katy-Ann McDonald's performance and, like, what it's going to mean really for the implications of NCAA. She's number 1, and number 3 in the 15. Like, this is serious, bro. This is serious. She's going to be a real threat, and I'm excited to see where her development is going to go. And speaking of stuff that we always bring to light that people don't really talk about on Two Black Runners, we got one more thing that I got to mention, bro.
I got to talk about them hands.
I got to talk about one more thing, bro. Because this happened at Arcadia this past week on the broadcast, you feel me? And, like, nobody was talking about this. And I'm just curious. I'm like, because I was, the day after Arcadia, I didn't end up going, you feel me? But my dad came up to me. He came up to me while I was outside as he was leaving to go to work. That Sunday, I got called into work. So he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, Joshua, you saw the fight last night?" And I was like, "Oh, Ryan Garcia, he fought. He did boxing match. I knew he smacked that dude up. He got the dub." And he was like, "No, not Ryan Garcia. I'm talking about the fight at Arcadia." I was like, "What? Hold on.
He throwing hands.
They're throwing hands. They're throwing hands. And the 4x4 after the race at Arcadia. If you want to see this, go to the end of the. I feel like this is low-key sneaky.
We don't want to expose them, but
I'm being serious though. This really happened at Arcadia, and people kind of just like swept it under the rug. And I'm not trying to like call out nobody or like some high schoolers, but I'm just saying for my journalistic integrity, you feel me? I'm taking journalism right now. I think I just have to mention it because like this is a story. Like Arcadia, this big event, there's no security guards to like break this down.
Come on, man.
To try and de-escalate the situation. After a 4x4, they started fighting. They were scrapping. Punches were thrown. People from outside of the race were coming in and pushing people. That's not okay.
I saw that.
That's not okay, bro.
Yeah, and you definitely can't put it all on the kids. Like someone should have been there to de-escalate that. You're like, oh well, they should have just not fight. It's like, bro, this is a sport, bro.
The tensions are gonna rise.
Tensions rise, bro.
And definitely in a big event like
when
that.
you up by 50 meters and you get hawked down and trip and fall,
wow.
You better think that somebody might about to get the swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gonna be mad.
People's pride get hurt in that 4x4.
People gonna be cursing.
Your pride get hurt, and then people get swinging. But hey, if you touch my 47 leg, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I'm not condoning fighting, but you touch my 47 leg, who about to get the scolly, I gotta come. He's
trying to take his bag.
I gotta protect him. He Mr. 47. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can't be fighting though, man. Yeah, that's a bad look. You got all the scouts there. Like, you can't be fighting. But also, like, yo, like, how did he go that? It should not got that far.
No, so that's the only reason. Like,
it should not got that far.
I feel like that's why it should be brought to light. I think Arcadia is probably gonna do some things next year for that won't happen. Have some more security just at the finish line, just in case like a fight does.
Photographers were trying to break up the fight.
Yeah, photographers.
How is there not like one like coach that could just be like, "Yo, pull one away"? Like it took like 4 or 5 minutes just to do that. Like that was weird.
There are really photographers trying to do that, bro. Like, come on.
I'd be like, that is not my job. I would not did that.
Yeah, I would have definitely been sitting back, like, oh no.
I'd be like, oh, y'all
should taking pictures. Ooh. Is that bad?
Sure.
I don't know. That's a good shot.
Hey, I'd be like, oh, he got hands. But hey, also, man, it take a lot to fight after a 4x4. That's crazy. That's the craziest part. Like, how you got that energy? Like, bro, that's crazy.
He's infuriated. But
that's crazy.
That's pretty much all we got for y'all this week on the Two Black Runners podcast. I'm gonna start wrapping it up. But yeah, bro.
Wait, bro. We gotta check real quick. I gotta check to see.
Oh wait, we do got one. We got one.
Oh, we gotta check. You know, if y'all. We always love when our listeners come in.
My bad, y'all.
Y'all rate the podcast. Give us 5 stars. Oh, I don't know if this is new, bro.
No, yeah, that's new. We haven't read that one.
All right, man. I gotta shout out to our boy what? Sice Bryce. I think that's how you say it. But shout out to our Bryce, gave us 5 stars, said one of my favorite podcasts. Love these guys, making running news fun and engaging. So yeah, to all of the day ones out there, we made it 2 years because of y'all. Y'all keep pushing us to get this content out. And I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It's tough to do it. It's tough to do it all, but we want to bring more to y'all, produce more. So these 5-star reviews and the comments you leave, like, it goes a long way to getting some more listeners to the podcast. Helps us to, get more opportunities to do these things. And, we want to build out this running report media, man, so we can have 2 black runners. And eventually, we're going to have some other shows with people that not us, but they're going to be great. They're going to be great because we got some things up our sleeve, man. We ain't a one-trick pony. We got a lot of stuff that we want to produce. And yeah, with y'all help with the movement, that definitely can get us there. So I have to just get on my podium real quick and tell y'all that.
Hey, yeah, bro. So just stay tuned, man. If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below. That really goes a long way as well. We would really appreciate it. But especially listen to the podcast, like, leave a review. Even if you can just leave 5 stars, or if you can comment why you like the podcast or anything like that. We respect any feedback that comes back from y'all. But yeah, really do appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all next week on 2 Black Runners, man. Hey, it was a good one.
2 Black, 2. And happy Easter, y'all. Resurrection Sunday for all of y'all that celebrate him.
Hey, it's good.